What's up, YouTube, man? We're back with another one, man. I got an orange Dodge Charger for y'all today, and I'm gonna tell y'all guys all about it, how I got through this paint job right after this intro. What's up, YouTube, man? We got another one for y'all today. Before we get started, like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you would, so you'll know every time I'm about to upload a new video. And go follow me on Instagram if you have Instagram. It's been about a month since I posted because I was having a little problems with my video editing software, and my man Trigger Man helped me out with that. He's another YouTuber that paints cars. Go follow him. It's Trigger Man on YouTube. And first we're gonna start out with this base coat blender. Paint code is PEC, and the color name is Cinnamon Stick, and it got all the metallics and pearls in it, and it really does look like a cinnamon stick. But we lay that base coat blender down just so all the metallics and flakes land on the same substrate. First coat of base, using the Developers DV1 1.3 tip. I got it at about 16 psi. Now this is a new hood, it got a new bumper, and I'm just blending the fenders. Now the reason the hood's already got color on it is because when I cut the hood in, I sprayed the inside of the hood with sealer and the outside of the hood with sealer. Then I put 2 coats of base on the top of the hood and underneath the hood, so that way it's already covered when I put it back on the car and I take the rest of the car in the boot. Just makes the job a lot easier, a lot simpler. I don't want to be in here spraying sealer on this and then get sealer on the fenders, and then you got to worry about the sealer edge and melting that in and all that good stuff. I'd rather just spray all the sealer at once and don't have to do with it. Now I put the hood back on the car. I sand that with 600 grit. And that is perfect for the base coat, no problems there. Now, when you're blending these fenders with the hood, notice how I'm letting the back of that fan pattern land on the edge of that fender. Now that's gonna make a perfect blend. Nobody's ever gonna notice that it's been blended, right? Second coat of base, man. Really with 2 coats of base is pretty much covered. I think I actually did put a 3rd coat of base, but I left that footage out there. Make sure you're getting your overlaps right. Make sure it ain't striping on you or nothing. But now with this DV1, if it's spraying right, you don't really have nothing to worry about. It's a very forgiving gun. You ain't got no problems right there. Make sure you hit those edges. Now I did put a new bumper on it, so I made sure I hit the front of those fenders so the bumper match. Gotta make sure that bumper match. It's a 2023 Dodge Charger, and those people with the Chargers and the Challengers, they love their cars. They are real car guys, and they're gonna tell you if you painted it wrong or not. You know how guys do, but no problem. Now reaching across that hood, if you notice how I'm holding the gun, I call it fake triggering, man. You kind of holding the gun, pulling the trigger with your middle finger, but got your pointer finger on the top of the gun. That way you can reach all the way across. Man, I'm only like 5'7", 5'8". I need to do it, man. I can't reach across most of these hoods, but so I fake trigger it. Here we go with the clear coat. First coat of clear. You're not going on too heavy. I got the gun at about 22 psi, 21 psi. Now watch those overlaps, man. I had a guy asking me while I was painting the same spot so many times, and I'm like, if you notice, I'm moving up just a little bit. Now on clear coat, I got very tight overlaps because I wanted to come out nice, especially on the hood, because everybody's gonna look at the hood. I know this is a nice color. I know it's a newer car. I know the guy, they think they're a car guy, even though this is only a V6 Charger. It ain't the V8, but you know how they are, man. It ain't no big deal, but like I said, you see how I'm holding that gun. Clear coat, base coat. It's It's the only way. I got the hose over my right shoulder, behind my back, holding it with my left hand, because you don't want that hose to rub that fender. That's gonna be a do-over probably, because that hose is dirty. It got overspray on it for many years of use, and if it rubs that fender, chances are you're gonna have some pretty big dirt nibs in there, man, that you ain't gonna be able to sand out, and it's gonna cause a lot of trouble. But so be mindful of the hose. Some guys like to hold the hose, just hold it with their left hand, but I'm telling you, behind the back, over the shoulder, that's the way to go. It works for me every time. And I'm using the C2 air cap 1.3 tip. I'm switching to the 1.4. I've actually already switched to the 1.4. I've actually painted this car maybe 2 weeks ago, but I'm just now posting the video because I was having so much trouble editing the videos. Now, to me, this is the best clear gun on the market. Leave in the comments if you think there's a better gun, man. To me, personally, it's a very forgiving gun. You can move a little slower, you can move fast, put the gun closer, move faster, and you ain't got to worry about nothing. Make sure you're hitting those edges, and on the second coat of clear, I like to slow down, man. I keep my pressure the same. I've seen guys drop the pressure when they're spraying the hoods, just like a couple PSI, so they can get it on wetter and nicer. But to me, with this gun, leave the pressure exactly the same, and just tight patterns, move a little bit slower, and it's gonna come out nice. Now, don't go too heavy. Don't go too heavy. You don't want no runs. You don't want a whole bunch of solvent popping, all that good jazz, but just be mindful of what you're doing. And especially when you're doing the hood, you can watch that paint go on, and you can move a little bit slower on the hoods because it's more on a flat surface, so less chance of it's gonna run. But it will still solvent pop with some clears. I've used some clears and I've never seen the solvent pop, but this clear, Sickens Auto Clear PC or something like that. I'll leave all my products in the description that I use, so you guys can go find out. I had a guy asking me about that. Yeah, I'll leave them all in the description so you can go find them and use them. Now, this is a great clear, but I'm telling you, like, you go too heavy, it don't like it. It don't like it. Also, this clear also don't like say if you spray a bumper, it's the wrong color, and that clear's fresh, you come back like the next day or something and scuff it and paint right over it. It don't like it, man. It starts lifting and all kinds of crazy stuff. But so I try to get it right the first time, man. I have a guy I work with just had that problem, which I've had that problem too, man. And then you pretty much, once it start lifting, it's sand all that thing down, prime it, wait for the primer to dry, sand, and start all over, but it is what it is. See how that blend came out perfect on that fender just by using those body lines. The body lines help you out a lot. Which this color only had one variant. It would have blended out fine. It matched perfect. I could have probably really got away with just painting the hood and the bumper and putting it on. But just to be sure, I got paid to blend the fenders anyway. But just to be sure that it was going to match, blend, 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 blend. I don't like doing butt matches. I don't even like doing butt matches with the bumpers. But a lot of times you got to do it. Insurance company is not paying for you to blend the fenders because you got a new bumper. I've tried it many times to get my manager to argue it, but it don't happen, man. It don't happen. And here go a look at the car outside again, man. Came out nice, beautiful. New bumper, new hood, blend fenders. Guy was happy with it. He loved it. See you guys on the next one. Peace.